You may be seated. Hello, my name is Maddie. Hi. I'm the daughter of Mike and Jennifer Typer and the sister to Axton and Jillian Typer. I'm 14 and go to Seaman High School. I've been going to St. David's all of my life. At St. David's, I am a member of the youth group, a student in Sunday school, a lector, an acolyte, and was a member of Junior Daughters of the King. 2 fun facts about me. I'm absolutely terrified of roller coasters in the dark. When I see a roller coaster, my brain starts to go to the worst case scenario. I worry a bolt could fall off, my seatbelt would come loose, or my hair could get caught on something and I'd end up with half my hair gone. When I'm in the dark, the same thing happens, and I get so scared that something could be around me, and I would never know because I'm in the dark. And it just freaks me out. So a fun story about me is that when I was in 3rd grade, I was blessed and was able to go to Walt Disney World. On the very first day that my family and I were there, we were eating a meal, and my dad convinced me to ride Space Mountain by showing me a video of the ride. I was 8 years old, I was in 3rd grade, and I was at Disney World. I didn't want to watch a YouTube video while I was trying to eat my meal. So I didn't watch the full video, I only watched the beginning, and I just knew I had to ride the ride. So we finished our meal and we went to this ride, and it was a huge building with a fairly short line for Disney World. It was only 30 minutes. And so we were gonna go on this ride, and I was so excited. So if you've never been to Space Mountain, I am insanely jealous of you. And second of all, it's really easy to explain. So knowing my worst fears, when I say that it is the worst place on earth, you can imagine what it is like. So when you start the ride, you're in a tunnel, and you're surrounded by lights, and it's bright and flashy, and there's nothing to be afraid of really. And then you start to turn a corner and go uphill, and all the lights go away. And it's pitch black. There's these itty bitty lights that do absolutely nothing on the side of the tracks. It is pitch black, and it starts off slow in the beginning, and then you go uphill and it's still slow, and then it just drops, and it's so fast, and I was terrified. And the worst part, I had no one to grab onto because the seats were in a line order. There was someone in front of me and someone behind me, but I was by myself with no one next to me. So I was praying and hoping that someone was watching out for me or praying for me while I was on this terrible, horrible, scary ride. And I think we all have moments like this where we are terrified and we hope that someone is praying for us or thinking about us or just worried for us. And today's gospel is a reminder that there is always someone thinking about you and praying for you and watching out for you. The gospel today is Jesus praying to God for his disciples and followers. He prays to the Lord that his followers will go up to heaven with him when it's their time, and that the Lord protects them while they're still on earth. Jesus is constantly praying for you and me, and even though he isn't with us anymore, he still is, and he's still watching out for us. And he's still making sure that God's doing the same thing. God does the same thing. He watches out for you. He prays for you. He's never going to let you go through too much. So next time you feel like you're riding a roller coaster in the dark, or whatever your biggest nightmare is, just remember John 17, verses 1 through 11, and remember that God is always watching out for you, and Jesus is doing the exact same thing. Amen. Amen.